Welcome back to Daily Flash. I'm Andrea Jackson. It's Thursday, which means it's time to check in with Tony Toscano to find out what's coming out of Hollywood and straight to your screen no matter what size you watch it on. With the latest,
here's Tony!
Playing in selected theaters is the film Radical, which won the Festival Favorite Award at this year's Sundance Film Festival.
¿Quieres aprender de los libros? ¿Quieres aprender de la vida?
La luna, el cielo, el sol y el mar.
Usted manda a estos niños disparados como cohetes al espacio, metiéndole todas esas ideas en la cabeza.
Regalarte las estrellas.
A teacher in a Mexican border town full of neglect, corruption, and violence tries a radical new method to unlock his students' curiosity, potential, and maybe even their genius. I chatted with the film's star and executive producer, Eugenio Derbez.
I hope this movie starts the conversation about the change in education, because this not just happens in Mexico, it happens in all Latin America and in many parts of the world, like India, Africa, of course, and also here in the US. I went to Washington like a month ago and to show the movie, and you can't imagine how many people told me there's something similar in the US, not in the same way, but there are a lot of places where they're going through the same stuff. So I hope this movie can help and start a conversation to make a change.
Based on true events, Radical is an inspirational teacher story that takes you into the world of both teachers and students in a very corrupt society, and how one teacher's frustration pushes him to do more. Again, Radical is in selected theaters in its original Spanish with subtitles. It gets a B and is rated PG-13. Also in selected theaters, Meg Ryan directs and stars with David Duchovny in the new rom-com, What Happens Later.
When people break up, there's the thing that they tell each other, and then there's the truth that you never told me.
I was in love with you, and I couldn't turn that on and off like a switch.
I know.
Two ex-lovers get snowed in at a regional airport overnight and begin to unpack the riddle of their mutual past and the dreams they once shared. I chatted with the film stars.
This reminds me so much of things like The Owl and the Pussycat and My Dinner with Andre, because it's just two brilliant actors working together.
Wow.
Wow, thank you. And they really have to take some interesting, sharp twists and turns in terms of tone and handling a comedic moment and handling a dramatic one. And you know, when I actually start to cry in this movie at the same place every time, and it's when he gives her a hug. Mm-hmm. There's just something so open-hearted and for real about, like, just you can just feel the warmth. And I think the open heart of the movie is like pretty. I'm losing track.
You know, you're on it. You're on it. Keep going. You got it. You got it.
What Happens Later is a beautifully acted, rich and rewarding dramedy well worth your time to see. Again, it's playing in selected theaters and gets an A. It's rated R. For the Daily Flash, I'm film critic Tony Toscano.